How's it going, everyone? It's Justin from Stand and Bang, and for today's video, I'll be making my prediction and breaking down UFC Fight Night 145, Jan Blachowicz versus Thiago Santos. This is a very good main event, but let's be honest, this card is not that stacked at all. But usually these Fight Night cards that are not stacked, that fly under the radar, end up being really exciting cards, really back and forth cards with really good knockouts. So don't sleep on this card, and has a very good main event to look forward to. So let's break down that main event. Let's start with Jan Blachowicz. What does Jan Blachowicz has to do to win this fight? He's very well rounded. He's super tough. He's faced some very good competition, as you can see when he fought Alexander Gustafsson. He's fought Jimmy Manuwa twice, so he's fought in some really good competition. He has he's been making some really good improvements with his striking as of lately, especially against Jimmy Manuwa, which really surprised me. Going into that fight, I thought Jimmy Manuwa was gonna have the striking advantage. I thought he was gonna, if it stayed on the feet, I thought Jimmy Manuwa was gonna take it, but I got proved wrong, and Jan Blachowicz dropped Jimmy Manuwa in their fight and ended up going to a 5-round unanimous decision. So Jan Blachowicz has definitely been making improvements with his striking. He's every time he throws, he doesn't just throw one punch, he throws in combos. So that's one thing I really like with Jan Blachowicz. He mixes it up. He doesn't just throw one pop shots. He likes throwing, mixing it up with combos. He has a very good left hook, very good head kick too. It's a really sneaky head kick. You don't really expect him to throw it at times, and then he'll catch you with it. And for Jan Blachowicz, for him to win this fight, man, he's gonna need to mix it up with the takedowns and just survive the first couple rounds that Thiago Santos brings, because Thiago Santos brings a storm you have to deal with, a brutal storm that is like it's scary, the storm that Thiago Santos brings. But if you could survive it, we've seen fighters end up edging out Thiago Santos and even finishing him, like how Gegard Mousasi's finished Thiago Santos. So it's possible, and he's been close to getting finished. Like Anthony Smith got close to it, and who's the other guy he fought? I'm drawing a blank, but he ended up finishing the guy. But he's had a couple of really tough fights, but that's the key to beat Thiago Santos. You have to survive the storm and take it into the later rounds. Now for Thiago Santos, he has amazing power. Obviously, everything he throws is with 100% power. Unlike Jan Blachowicz, who throws in combos and throws to land and doesn't throw everything with 100% power. Unlike Thiago Santos, who just throws everything with 100% power. He loves his body kicks. He has a brutal body kick, man. The amount of times he's dropped people with body kicks is crazy. And like I said, he brings a hell of a storm in the first couple rounds. That storm is insane to deal with. It's awesome for the viewer to watch, but whoever's in there with him, it sucks, dude. That storm he brings is scary. And he's a light heavyweight, and he loves to throw spinning heel kicks, dude. That's one thing you have to watch out for. A light heavyweight that'll be throwing spinning heel kicks to your head. He loves the spinning heel kicks. He loves the head kicks. He loves to make fights a brawl, and that's one thing for Thiago Santos to get the win on this fight. He has to stay off the cage, deny the takedowns, and if he does deny the takedowns and make Jan Blachowicz pay when he comes in for the takedown, elbow him, like how Thiago Santos did a couple of fights ago with the guys I was gonna bring up. I forgot his name. Thiago Santos finished him with Eric Anders. That's the guy I'm thinking of. He finished Eric Anders with elbows against the cage when Eric Anders was going for a takedown. So Thiago Santos needs to defend the takedown from Jan Blachowicz. If Jan Blachowicz does decide to mix it up with his takedowns, like I think he's gonna do, he needs to make Jan Blachowicz pay when he gets the takedown stuffed. He needs to make the fight a brawl, makes it a dirty fight. Don't make it a technical fight, because that's when Jan Blachowicz is gonna strive and have his best moments. When it's a technical fight on the outside, that's when Jan Blachowicz is gonna do his best. So make this a dirty fight. That's what Thiago Santos has to do. Make it a brawl. And he just, like I said, he needs to land that brutal body kick. If he lands that body kick, I think Jan Blachowicz will go down. But he just needs to not gas himself out, because you can see when he fought. There's been a lot of fights where we've seen Thiago Santos throw so much, and then he just looks kind of gassed. When he fought Jimmy Manuwa, it was an amazing fight, and he finished Jimmy Manuwa. But at one point, he had this moment where he was completely gassed, and he had to get a second win. So he can't do that against Jan Blachowicz, because if Jan Blachowicz sees you gassed, he will take advantage. So that leads me to my prediction. Very hard fight to predict. Very hard fight to predict. This is a very good fight, though. I'm gonna go with Thiago Santos. I think Thiago Santos is just gonna be too strong, and he's always, like I said, he brings that storm, and I think he's just gonna catch Jan Blachowicz within that storm. Even though Jan Blachowicz is super tough and has faced very good competition, I think Thiago Santos within those first 2 rounds in that storm is gonna be too much for Jan Blachowicz. Probably finish him by a body kick or some of his crazy hooks that he loves to throw. But I won't be surprised if it goes to the later rounds and Jan Blachowicz starts to pull away and, you know, maybe even gets a finish on Thiago Santos in the later rounds, because, like I said, when it goes to the later rounds, that's when Jan Blachowicz will have the advantage and will strive. But my final prediction is Thiago Santos. I got him by 2nd round TKO. Alright guys, thank you for watching the video. That's my prediction for Jan Blachowicz versus Thiago Santos, UFC Fight Night 145. This video wasn't like the other ones where I break down multiple fights, but I broke down the main event. I had to get it out for you guys. Alright, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And look at how I finished Khabib right here. This was brutal. I just did body work and then went over to the top with the hook to finish it. It was brutal. Love using Gilbert Burns. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Later. Peace. Here it is again.